On DMAF Flava, it's all about family. Last time, we uncovered the secret art of pizza making from the Don of Italy himself. Then, Chef Extraordinaire Fortunato did a hit on me. Not swimming with the fishes, but rather antipasti and the mouth-watering classic seafood pasta, frutti di mare. Next up was the oven-roasted tiger prawns with the Don's secret sauce, accompanied by the world's fastest 5-minute risotto. We ended on somewhat of a disastrous note as I attempted to sing opera, having indulged in some of Italy's finest grappa. But hey, the show must go on.
Welcome back to DMAF Flava with our Italian episode, and our Italian Chef Supreme, Forti, with us today, is going to teach us today how to do a bruschetta.
Well, what I'm initially going to do is teach you how to pronounce bruschetta. To do bruschetta, what you do is toast bread. Very simple.
So it is. It's like Italian French toast.
It's like Italian French toast.
While that's going, I heard this was a true story, that an Italian guy had saw this beautiful woman sitting as she came into a restaurant, and he sent her a bottle of a Merlot.
Valpolicella.
That's the thing that he sent to her. And then she looked at this, and then she sent him a little note back that said, "Listen, buddy, you want me to drink this bottle of wine, then you better drive a Mercedes-Benz and have $1 million in your bank account and at least 7 inches where it counts." She sends this letter to him, and he's an Italian guy, so he thinks about it a bit, because they're very thoughtful. And he writes her a little note and sends it back to her, and the note reads, well, actually, I don't have a Mercedes-Benz, but I do have 2 Lamborghinis, 5 Ferraris in one of my 5 luxury houses all over the world, from Paris to Louisiana to Cape Town. I've got $20 million in my bank account, easily accessible, but even for a woman as beautiful as you, I don't think I'm going to cut off 2 inches where it really counts.
Send the wine back.
Send the wine back.
It's a true story. It actually happened to me.
Was that you that it happened?
Yeah. What we have here is our lovely toast.
There we go. Look at that. Nicely
with
toasted.
Nice, very, very attractive lines on it. And you're going to grab this toast in your hand and let it burn you ever so slightly.
Yes,
no, you're not. You're going to hold it there and just scratch it with a garlic clove. Okay, we've got some aubergine here.
Or some eggplant. Or some zucchini.
In this case, eggplant.
Eggplants, yes.
And what we're going to do is just make a couple of slices of eggplant. And I'm going to put them on this grill.
Okay.
Then I'm going to do the same thing with the zucchini. So we have our first little dressing for the bruschetta ready already, which was the tomato, the garlic, the basil, and the olive oil. Next one I'm going to do is a little zucchini salad with mint, which is one of my favorite herbs. Wow. That is elegantly burnt 40. I tell you.
Wow.
Right, so we got our garlic in there.
Again, not
Nice
chopped or
little
anything,
mint
just a
mixture.
big garlic.
Little drop of lovely white wine vinegar. Okay. We'll take the check later, George. Okay, good. We put the zucchini into that. We'll just give that a little stir and just let that marinate for a few seconds. I'm going to take this lovely aubergine, which looks very elegant. Just slice it in half, and we'll dress it with coarse salt on the slice of bruschetta with olive oil. So we're going to have 2 slices of bruschetta, our little ones with zucchini.
Okay, this is the zucchini and vinegar and olive oil and garlic mix.
Garlic mix. Smells wonderful.
There we go. That looks like a traditional.
That looks very traditionally Italian.
What do you call this? It's a bruschetta with its topping.
I think you call that bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
There are 2 things that are quintessentially Italian.
Picking up women.
And coffee.
And coffee.
Coffee is very, very important in Italian culture. Italians' coffee is very short and very strong and very good.
Kind of like Turkish coffee.
Except without the mud, with lots of flavor and with a great deal of delicacy.
Without the mud.
Okay, right. So, Italian coffee in homes is normally made in this. This is called a mocha.
So it's not the real thing.
This makes 2 shots of espresso. Okay. And you just tamp it down lightly.
You don't want to press it too hard.
But you don't want to press it. It goes into the
So the water.
The water, and you close the mocha very tight. It has a rubber seal so that it operates under high pressure. Anyway.
Well, no, I've just found out something very important about the Italian culture, because I find Italians can run very hot and very cold. And I think it's your combination, because we've had 2 shots of grappa. It's just, and now we're about to have coffee. So like when you're on the grappa, you get all loving, don't you? I love you, baby, la bella. And then you have the coffee, which wakes you up, and you sort of have no patience for anyone. You're like, hey man, all right. That's why you're like, I love you.
Is there any time limit on this program?
That's about it.
Okay,
That's about
that's
it. Yeah. Just had to cover that. It's my observation. Is what we do. We don't just cover food. We cover the culture.
Indeed. What we've got here is a proper Italian espresso cup, which is a small cup like this. And normally Italians have this cup no more than half full.
It's actually made in Italy.
Indeed. And Neapolitans would have this cup a quarter full. We'd call that a ristretto, very small espresso. Then you have a medio, and then you have a lungo. The further north you go in Italy, the longer, generally speaking, your coffee.
Okay.
So the exact inverse to everything else.
So the further north you go, the longer the coffee, but the shorter the limbs.
Everything else. You catch on fast. Right.
Okay.
Over here we have my lovely coffee machine from home.
So this is the...
which I adore. This is my toy. And I've set it on 20 milliliters of coffee, which is the correct amount. And as we hit the button, that grinding noise in the back is the coffee being ground fresh. We use extremely fine coffee. And you see this one has what we call the beautiful crema. Just look at that. And here we have the coffee from the mocha. Now, you'll notice that this coffee, although exceptionally strong and potent, you see it doesn't have that thick cream on top. You can see that even though this cup of coffee has the thick cream on, that's the one we've extracted from the machine. The coffee from the percolator, the little mocha pot, doesn't have this thick cream on top, but it's an equally strong cup of coffee. It's just a result of the way it's processed. But generally speaking, Italians would be drinking that one at home and that one when they go out. Taste that one. That's actually made with our own blend of beans, which is 4 from Africa.
Strong.
It's strong coffee. But can I tell you something very interesting? Espresso has only 1/8 the caffeine of a cup of instant coffee. Did you know that?
Really?
Because when it's extracted, it draws all the oils, but none of the, or very little, of the actual chemicals.
Of the chemicals. So when you get your granulated coffee at home,
Correct.
when you that's filled with caffeine.
That's filled with caffeine.
And not so much the flavor.
And that's why you'll find, generally speaking, Italians can certainly drink a lot of espresso through the day and even at night without landing up without sleep. Do you see that the size of the coffee beans are very homogeneous? In other words, you don't get certain exceptionally small or broken beans. Can you see there's no broken beans there?
Yes.
They're all more or less the same size and they're very evenly roasted. There's no obviously black beans there, burnt beans. And that's where this lovely rounded flavor comes from in the coffee that you just tasted. And if you actually taste these beans, taste one of these beans, you can actually eat them.
You just eat a coffee bean just like that?
They taste really chocolatey. They taste really fantastic. You know, coffee that's not nice and burnt, and especially you'll see from the color, you couldn't do that. It would be too dry. It would actually be unpleasant. And you wouldn't, whereas this one you can eat, it's almost like a little chocolate. That's why it actually leaves a lovely flavor in the mouth. These 4 beans that compose this coffee are all African, and they're free trade beans.
African beans?
They're actually bought directly from the plantation, from the people that produce the beans. We cut out the middleman, which means they get paid a decent price for the coffee. And this is becoming more and more important in Italy.
So they're not blood coffee beans?
Italians are extremely fussy about their coffee and their coffee beans. What Italians love doing a little later in the evening after they've had their coffee, maybe a touch of fruit after their meal, 5-6 course meal, is they love to go for a walk. And
is that what they call it? My
to
family
digest
call
the meal?
Going for a nap.
No, we go for a walk.
Do you actually walk or do you just eat?
And you know what we indulge in when we go for a walk? We indulge in the finest ice cream. But I tell you what, to learn about what real Italian ice cream is, I think we ought to call the Don again.
We're going to call the Don?
I think he's got 1 or 2 things to say about ice cream.
Okay.
Don, tell us a little bit, Pops.
How did you get there so quickly? He just snuck up on us, didn't he?
So as you see, we got 2 sorbet, which is genuine sugar, fruit of the season and water. It's nothing more healthy than this, with nothing artificial in it at all. And the two gelato, which is a basic custard with the flavor of whatever you want to give. And also very, very genuine.
Just taste the fruit.
Taste the lemon.
This is sorbet.
It's a lemon. Yeah.
Lemon sorbet.
sorbet.
It's so, you feel like it's cleaning your mouth. It's like zing.
That's a lemony.
That's
That's it.
lemony. That's a zinger.
The same.
It certainly has
With the
cleaned out any
strawberry.
coffee that was
It's a
residual.
strawberry, it's a
Just
strawberry.
please try this fresh strawberry. Let's each take a rather large spoonful.
Sorbet as well. You just taste the strawberry.
You taste, it's real fruit.
There's something else there. I just need to check again.
Me too.
Just check again.
Okay, that's wonderful. Taste this one.
That's the gianduja
Hazelnut
and chocolate.
and chocolate.
Oh,
That is my best.
hazelnut and chocolate.
You know what I want you to do?
Yeah.
I want you to close your eyes ever so gently. I want you to take a little spoon of this ice cream. Place
I
in
need
your
to
mouth.
open my eyes to take the spoon.
And I want you to imagine a little town in southern Italy somewhere. And we're taking a walk down the street. And there's the strains of some music coming from the background. And there's an old man down the street. And he's singing. Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him.
He's going, O sole, o sole mio, sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte a te, quando fa notte, e o sole se ne scende.
He doesn't sound that old.
He doesn't sound that old. Yeah, he sounds quite young.
I had this little old man, you know, these like geriatric Italians all dressed in black with his walking stick, and I was expecting, and it came out clear. And
Well, there we go. Well, our voice carries through.
it does, it does. Well, thank you very much. Let
Been
me
a
just
lot of
say,
fun.
your ice creams are outstanding.
Thank you.
And the rest of the food has been really. And one thing I must remark upon is that it's not complicated. There's nothing complicated about the food. It's all very, very simple.
Italian food is produce driven. You got to have good produce,
Yes.
and you've got to have a little bit of oomph, a little bit of passion when you're making it. You've got to be generous with the ingredients, and yeah, I think
love.
it's- and love. It's about love.
Flavor and freshness.
Flavor and freshness. Alrighty, well, I have certainly learnt a lot about Italian cooking. I've had the tastes, I've had the flavors, I've had the freshness of it. It really was enlightening, I must tell you. And I want to thank you, Forti, and most importantly, Don Giovanni, for joining us in our Italian episode of Do Me a Flavor. The most important question now before we go is, can I get made?
Yes.
Yes, yes, I'm a made man, But what I want to do now is something that is completely, uniquely, fashionably Italian, but you can't do it in a kitchen. Right, so here we are, and we're doing something which is completely and utterly Italian, and that is opera. And I am here with a completely and utterly bona fide Italian opera singer. Oh, how cool is that? And your name is?
Stefan Lowe.
Stefan. I'm with Stefan Lowe, very Italian name. Are you Italian?
No, I'm not. I'm not Italian.
Okay, I'm here with a Can you sing Italian opera?
I sing Italian opera, I speak Italian, but I'm not Italian.
All right, so I'm here with a Italian speaking and Italian singing opera person who's not Italian. You know how I can tell that you're not actually Italian?
Why?
Because you're not moving your hands while you're
Of course,
talking.
that's very
the thing. That I can tell. Okay, so you are an opera singer.
Yes, that I
Okay,
am.
now for our viewers, how do we know that you're an opera singer? Like, what qualifications do you have?
I've got a trained voice. I've been training for 20 years now, doing this professionally for about 11 years. I've done productions all over the world, in South Africa, in Europe, in America. Italian opera, French opera. Yes,
Okay, so
I'm
you-
opera singer.
And okay, so you can hit all those high notes like
Yeah.
Could
On a
you
good day.
break this glass?
No.
We're going to do that today. I'm
We
going to
can
help
try.
you.
There's different ways of breaking
I'm going to
it.
help you because we have all these ingredients here, and these are to augment, as you know, as a bona fide Italian opera singer, you know that your diet dictates your voice.
Yes.
It can help augment it. So we are going to break. Can you hit that note?
On a good day, yeah.
So how's today? Wow! Did you hear that? I'm going falsetto though. Hey, that's
Yeah.
true voice.
Yeah, that's true voice.
You're doing true voice. I'm doing falsetto. Can you do it again? Man, Stefan Low. All right. So I need to get my voice right, and I heard via the great. I did my research. I heard that eggs can help because if you use heavy ingredients like the heavy, deep, they can get your voice deeper. I heard eggs can help you with that. Have you heard that?
I've heard it. You can try.
You have heard it, so it's
I've
not
heard it.
it's not a conspiracy
I've heard
theory. All right, so I'm going to.
How true it is, I do not know, but you can try.
All right. See if this works. No deeper. Okay, that'll help.
I don't know.
All right. Yes, deeper.
No, it's the same. It's the same note. It's still the same note. That's higher.
It needs to be heavier,
Stop
heavier,
working.
heavier, heavier. That's it. You don't get anything much heavier than condensed milk.
Thank you very much. No, I'm good.
That should do the job.
I like sugar, but I don't think so. That's higher.
What? No! No!
It's still higher than the very first one.
Damn it! Peanut butter.
That's still higher.
What? Higher than the first? You mean I was higher before I took all the heavy?
You were lower before you took everything. Yeah.
I was lower, and I've gotten higher after all the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
How about lighter? How about making the voice lighter?
Well, you can't drink or eat anything to make it lighter. Actually,
That's
You warm it
your
up.
theory. I completely believe that you can. For example, if we added maybe just a little bit of vinegar, just a little bit of vinegar
Yes.
to the egg, like that, just a little bit of vinegar, and maybe some cinnamon, because nothing's lighter than cinnamon.
It might smell really nice.
All right, this is going to help me get to a high note. My highest note is ah.
Okay.
What is that? Ah.
That's about a C. C.
C?
Yes.
Not a top C though.
No, it's not a top C.
Not a top. Give me a top C. And that's true voice, not
No,
falsetto.
that's falsetto.
Oh, okay.
Now I need to warm up for that.
Well, that's what we're doing. That's what this
No,
is.
we're drinking stuff.
Come, warm up, Stefan.
I'm good.
You try.
So it's going to work. I can try.
Wow! How's that voice? I can do that.
Gonna work.
Nothing.
It's not going to break.
Nothing. Need something lighter. Do you have lemon juice? That's it. Because you know when you eat lemon, it freshens. Okay, let's try. Oh, gosh. Yeah, wow. Woo! Hey?
Yeah,
Woo!
you're awake now.
Woo! Yeah! Damn it! And it's not happening.
It's not going to break.
I don't know what to do. Well, we've tried ingredients. We've tried mouthwash. We've tried everything to we need to. This is my mission today. We will be, you and I, because you're not a bona fide Italian, although you speak Italian and you sing in Italian. Together, if we can break this glass, we will be Italian. You think a human voice can't break a glass?
No, it can't.
I beg to differ. Today, we break this glass. And you know what? I found, I've got an Italian friend of mine, we were cooking something up.
Yes.
And I found that when you drink Italian drinks, like grappa, that it opens up your chest and your voice, and you just, maybe that's the ticket.
Yes, well, if you have one, you sing fine. If you have two, you sing good. If you have three, you don't give.
You don't care. That's true. There we go. It is the good stuff.
Enjoy.
There must be, what do the Italians say, man? They say,
Salute.
Salute.
I think so.
Yes, the Italians go, salute. Not as in. No, it's like, salute.
Salute.
Which I think means up yours anyway. There's one thing left to do.
It's getting worse.
Is it getting worse? It started off pretty good. It just constantly went downhill.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think what we should do is, because we're doing it, it's in our heads. It's in our heads, and that's our mandate, and that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
If we take it out of your head, if we just actually perform opera, if we just go out there and willy-nilly, we just leave the glass in the proximity of where we're doing opera. We should do an opera. We should do an opera. And then it'll happen because we focused on it. It won't happen when you're looking at it.
Maybe.
You know that whole thing, that scientific experiment, that if you look at something, it only exists because you're looking at it. This thing exists because we're looking at it. It doesn't want to break. So if we're not looking at it and we're doing opera, it might break. And we should get some dancers as well.
Okay.
We should phone up a whole bunch of dancers, and we should do it like full on opera so that the glass doesn't know that we're faking it. The glass thinks we're doing an opera, and it'll break. I think so.
Yes.
I believe. Shall we do that?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
La donna immobile, qual più malvento, muta d'accento e di pensiero, sempre un amabile, leggiadro viso, in pianto in riso e menzognero. La donna immobile, qual più malvento, muta d'accento e di pensier, e sempre misero che a lei s'affida, chi le confida mal quato al core, ormai non sentesi felice a pieno, chi su quel seno non viva amore. La donna immobil, qual più malventa, muta d'accento e di pensier, e di pensier.
Stefan,
Yeah.
did you hear that?
The what?
The glass. It broke. Yes. I made the glass break.
No, it was me.
No, that was me.
That's all me.
No, because I had the from Olga the Beast.
No, it was a voice.
No,
it was me.
it was me.
No.
Let's go ask the glass.
Let's go
Come
ask
on,
the
let's
glass.
go ask the glass. Come here. Let's go.